Vakri is come from two words, Kriya and Va. So anything that does not function the way it should function. Ultimately, Vakra came down to this word as a used as a deformity, but essentially it does not mean deformity. So there will be multiple planets that will be going retrograde in throughout the years. And there are cases where I've seen a lot, three planets retrograde in within a same chart. See the orbit it's shown, right? Now, what will I do is I will keep this Saturn in focus. You keep observing the background and the star, okay? As we move in time. So now we everything I'm moving. So look, Saturn going back, moving forward, going back, moving forward, going back, moving forward. This is happening like year by year, like 20, we have crossed 2028, 2029, like this way, 2029, 2030. So it like it moves forward, goes back, moves forward, goes back. Other planets are just running away. It moves forward and goes back. Like that's how it is happening in terms of. Okay, so I think it's much faster in this thing. We'll come back and we'll look at the Mars also. Okay, Mars. Okay, Jupiter. If we look, see Jupiter also. It happens in a year. No, goes get retrograde, then goes to Cancer, Leo, then goes back to Cancer, then goes back to Leo, then Virgo, then goes back to Leo, then moves further, then Virgo, then move retrogrades Virgo, then goes to Libra, then retrogrades in Libra, then goes moves further, then Scorpio, then back to Scorpio retrogression, then in Sagittarius, then move back. Like this happens. दिखा अभी दिखा कुछ समझ में आ रहा है ना सो इट इज हैपनिंग जस्ट बिकॉज वही बस का एग्जांपल याद रखना बिकॉज यू दो बसें से पैरेलल आ गई हैं एंड बिकॉज योर अर्थ स्पीड हायर है compared to Mars, Jupiter, outer planets. So it appears like the Earth is moving forward. So it appears like that planet is going back. It's our view, in our view. And that is what Rishi Muni have called this motion as Vakri. Vakri means Kri मतलब क्या होता है? So what the word Vakri means?
Something that is crooked, crooked, something that is the shape is crooked, something
Okay,
not
okay. No, shape is crooked. Okay, close. Vakri. The word Vakri means what?
सर बचपन में हम लोग पढ़ते थे सरल रेखा और वक्र रेखा तो वक्र रेखा होती थी जो टेढ़ी मेढ़ी होती थी
Okay.
तो वक्र में
Correct. So if you break down the word, yeah, Siddharth.
yeah, there's that Ashtavakra Gita also that it is because he was shaped that way, that's why it's named Vakri.
Correct, correct. There are Ashtavakra. Ashta means eight, and Vakra means crooked. Vakra exactly does not means crooked, but it's like if you break down the word Va and Kriya, Vakri is come from two words, Kriya and Va. So anything that does not function the way it should function. Kriya means the planet should appear. Kriya means the action, isn't it? Kriya. Vakri. Kri means word is Kri is for action. Va means opposite. So it is opposite to Kriya. Any like he whatever he is supposed to do is not doing it. Like that's how we call it Vakri. He's supposed to move forward, but he's going opposite. That's what we call as Vakri. And this terminology is actually wide. It's not actually limited to retrograde. There are other motions as well, which needs like which you don't need as an astrologer, but you need as a researcher who is like trying to look into dating some things. So there are other motions where like if suppose like some I don't want to go over there. Let me be here only. So Vakri Va means opposite. Anything Va is as a prefix is written, so it means opposite of whatever is the next word coming. So Kriya is like anything who is doing opposite to what he should be doing is Vakri. Okay. And in terms of body also, Ashta Vakra is like his body his name is given like he's always like his body has like he has 8 types of deformities. So ultimately Vakra came down to this word as a used as a deformity, but essentially it does not mean deformity. Crooked does not mean exactly vakra, but it like in a usage it came in this way. Okay, he's always doing something opposite what he should supposed to do. So that's how vakri means. So you always remember. Now, there's a significance of this thing, very important. Why? Why it would be very significant? Because now again things will change in terms of how that planet has an influence on you. If suppose certain planet has a one when this retrogression will appear, so once it is very close to you, isn't it? This will happen. If a bus is like a far away in front of you or far away, then retrograde like don't observe that illusion of like going back. It only happens when it's very close by. And then you are speeding up, then it appears to close by. So it means if there is a planet which is retrograde in the chart, then you will definitely uh, you will observe this. And that retrograde planet will have more power or influence on the native compared to other planets. Is it clear? So definitely once we see a chart and we see a retrograde planet, we should be like, oh, something is there, some influence, some higher influence of that planet is there on this native. Now we will decode it, like how we have to decode it. वो अलग process है. But we should be at least appreciating there is a retrograde planet in the chart. So there will be multiple planets that will be going retrograde in throughout the years. And there are cases where I've seen a lot, three planets retrograde in within a same chart. And once that happens, like now you see there are three planets who are going totally opposite. Imagine the mental state of such a person. Howsoever the world is going, this person is going baffling because he is not able to understand the ways of the world. Because internally his every system is retrograde. He does not मतलब उसका समझो वो जो करना चाहता है दुनिया उससे बिल्कुल अपोजिट कर रही होगी उसके पर्सपेक्टिव से और वो जो कर रहा है दुनिया उसको सोचेगी कि तो कुछ भी कर रहा है क्योंकि उसका एक्शन उसको लगता है सही है और दुनिया को लगता है कि यहाँ से हमसे तो अपोजिट कर रहा है ये so that has happened a lot of time a lot of very like I've seen a lot of people who were very confused came to me asking something even though how much I explain them they will come back to the same point and they will be like कि sir वही बताओ आप तो जो पहले बता रहे थे because they don't get it they go it's like their internal system like they don't get it very easily they very quickly they get confused in things so retrogression one planet very good two planet a little bit difficult three planets very hard to explain such a person anything because his own internal things have gone so many like so many internally rotate retrograde that he doesn't feels very connected to anybody to able to resonate with any person दुनिया में देखो नॉर्मल सही बात तो ये है कि हम दूसरों को देख के सीखते हैं है ना कितने बार जीवन में हमने कितना सारा काम एटलीस्ट 80 to 85% थिंग्स दैट वी डू इन लाइफ वी हैव सीन somebody doing that and then we do it then we follow that but for person who has three parents retrograde he does not find somebody who is like doing something what he internally wants and that is where like now this I would say hustle or tussle or internal resistance is there in their life with themselves only with they're trying to fight a battle with themselves only understood we will cover this in detail maybe late when covered all the planets and we are in Rahu Ketu domain but definitely you should consider a retrograde planet very powerful as Rahu as Ketu to that extent because those are powerful grahas. So we covered two motions, sun's motion and sun this thing. Now we will go into this advanced Kundli Nirman technique, how to use it, how to develop, how to get the Lagan very right and how to use it this way. Okay.